and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask. Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing.
Fellas, we've got to have a great practice today. There's no other option. We've got 17 weeks, we strap it up and we get better each week. This is one of those times you got to take advantage of it, all right? So let's get at it.
Let's go! Yellow, 43.
I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all take. Brand new chick, she don't know that I can place it. I just wanna know that I can have a conversation. Ooh, I don't know what y'all fake. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell that she ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can come down from. I'm gonna pull up with the bar down front. So, go and bring the beat back. Try and tell me what you know about me.
Ready!
She said, yeah. Okay, cool, you can sell that.
Yeah! Here we go! Yellow, 22. Set, hut!
Ain't nothing worse than losing your hero and couldn't say bye. And we never know just when it's our time, and legends are gone, and we don't know why. So before they go, look, here goes toast, give them a roll. I'm feeling like Will, I feel like a prince, I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bills, cause I was a flex with no respect.
38,
Don't know how I
hut!
I wanted to flex, don't just chill. My life is a flick.
Ready! 52 blue, set, go!
Hey man, listen, great job today. It was a step in the right direction for you and this team. And as long as you keep moving in the right direction, we're gonna be just fine.
on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in, yeah. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha macha with it, rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, duckin' 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Cause I ain't like it. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Yeah, stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Cause I ain't like it. Okay, yeah, then I hit that.
Today, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
Brandon, there's 2 weeks to go in the regular season, so you know the pressure is ramped up in so many ways. People have to win games, try and get their bonuses, the whole deal. But how about trying to close out an MVP award?
Just 2 weeks to go. There has to be a lot of pressure, though. We talked about that in previous weeks, sitting on his shoulder.
Yeah, he can talk all he wants about, I don't listen to that, and there's no pressure. All we're doing is trying to win games. He knows, we all know, he's been the one who's been leading the pack. Let's see if he can close it out.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. Touchdown, Falcons. Atlanta. Julio Jones. 67 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Extra point try, good by Gano, and that makes the score 7-0.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. An incredibly short. Now a hit and a loose football. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Gano for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes Patrick Mahomes leading out the defending champions. And Patrick Mahomes, of course, the Pro Bowl quarterback in his 4th season now.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll set up to throw from the gun. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there at 22. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. The numbers for him from a week ago, 18 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on him. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Harrison Bunker is on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here's Oliver. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
36-yard line.
Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. As we count down through the final few weeks of the season, these guys have nothing to sweat about. They clinch the top spots, and the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Looking deep for Julio. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there, and boy, it was pretty.
Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
At their own 36-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Tack McKinley. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, a quick slant to Hill. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
The slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is brought in at the 21. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. And these highlights here showcasing the solid game he's had.
Well, someone woke up and felt good about themselves there, didn't they? I have to feel that he came into this one with the idea that, yeah, I can do this. Whether it's preparation, reading the film, whatever it was.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Now, 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Gano now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
KC's offense ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
It's 2nd and inches at the 47-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
28, Chiefs 7.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Devontae Casey. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And the final 2 weeks, just like a formality pretty much, they're going to be the #1 seed, but there is the matter of that perfect record, 14. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons push further out in front. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. An incredibly short, now a hit and a loose football. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Covered by the receiving team.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point try, good by Gano. And a route is on here in this first half.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Oh, good return up past the 30.
Chiefs take over first and
that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Devontae Casey. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
First and
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking deep for Julio. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 60 yards. And the Falcons continue to pour it on.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
34-yard line.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. They've got to find a way to get him more involved in this game plan. Down here in the second quarter, he doesn't even have a catch.
I don't think they're not hearing about it in the huddle and on the sidelines. And we often think of wide receivers at times being disruptive. It's just that they know their talents and they know the type of plays they can make, and they can make big ones. They want the ball to help their team.
Yeah, you got to think he's going to want the ball more. 1 target, no catches. They go play fake. Mahomes. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Dante Fowler in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Able to spin free. And, oh, they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Looking downfield for Jones. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. 70 yards. And the Falcons add on. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Extra point try good by Gano, and the route is on here in this first half.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And this is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. Grady Jarrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And this one is right down the middle. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10. At their
about set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Stepping up, he's going to keep it.
Nice play, man.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll kick things off up at FedEx Field. An NFC battle between Carolina and Washington. And the Panthers are out in front as they play the 2nd quarter. Curtis Samuel, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Phillip Rivers has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Tom Brady has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get expected at the back. In fact, I know I said that one good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
The Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Butker for the Chiefs field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones.
Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the word we often use? Symptomatic. It's just been a sign of how this one's gone.
Give a lot of credit to the guys who got in and blocked the kick. They've had the advantage all game, and they continue to press it.
Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Laquan Treadwell, his third touchdown now on the year. And this offense is running away with this one.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett.
34-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes completes it to Hardman. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though?
Absolutely.
Who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, 55 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line.
3rd and 3.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down, and that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And it's taken in at the 9. Gets around him. Oh, then the spin. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. And we get a peek at the catch. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 67 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away. Short kick, one of the up. Now a hit and a loose football. Look at him go inside the 30. And the Falcons grab it. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 26 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman.
25-yard line.
KC's offense ready to take over. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
Well, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
10 at the 40-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. So tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 4 yards. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down.
Mahomes now on 1st down. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And it may only be for pride now, but the Chiefs get a bit closer.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Gonna save the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. 75 yards. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the young men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. On 1st down, Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. They need just a yard here. And a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an after. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll try the sneak. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit. But going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, and he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
And out come the Chiefs now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Mahomes firing complete, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And this team just continues to win football games. They're well on their way to another victory here. And that 16-0 season starting to come into focus. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking deep for Julio. It's caught inside the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gano now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here's Hardman on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. To throw, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
A quarterback is sacked.
And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
And there's a run there by Todd Gurley.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles